So let's say meron tayong 2 raised to negative 3. So what is the value of this given? So let's say meron tayong negative exponent guys. So part pa rin siya ng exponent rules. So kapag negative yung exponent, para maging positive siya guys, kung nasa numerator yung exponent na negative, ibababa natin yung term na may exponent para maging positive na yung exponent ng negative natin na term. Kung nasa negative naman or nasa denominator yung negative na exponent, iaangat mo siya sa numerator para maging positive. Sundan nyo? So let's say meron kang x raised to negative 1. So nasa numerator siya guys. So gagawin mo is 1 over x. Kung meron kang 1 over x squared or negative raised to negative 2. So para maging positive yung exponent mo, lalagay mo sa numerator. So ganoon siya ginagawa. So sa case natin, meron tayong 2 raised to negative 3. So magiging 1 over 2 raised to 3. Which is that is 1 over 8. Kasi yung 2 cube, that is 8. Ito yung may sagot. Basic yun. Is kunyari, 2 raised to x raised to negative 3. Ano magiging sagot? We think, Chadi. Ayan gusto natin. Ay. Ala report. So remember guys, kung nakanino lang yung exponent, same sa ginawa natin kanina na ganito. Kung kanina lang na exponent, doon mo lang siya i-multiply na or i-squared or something like that. Pero sa case na to guys, yung negative 3 natin na exponent, dito lang siya nakalagay. So ito lang ibababa natin. So which means yung 2 nasa numerator pa rin. Then yung x raised to negative 3 natin magiging x cube sa denominator. So ganoon siya ginagawa. Para clear lang. Anyways, sana gets. Pag hindi, okay lang yan. Nangyari talaga yan. So let's say meron tayong negative 3x plus 4 less than or equal 10. Ano yung magiging sagot natin? So let's say meron tayong negative 3x plus 4 less than or equal to 10. So same process lang siya sa pag-solve ng equality, like i-isolate natin yung variable. So kung meron ditong plus 4, mag-minus tayo for both side. Then makaka-cancel na to. Then matitirize yung negative 3x. Then yung copy natin yung symbol. Then yung 10 minus 4, that is 6. Then sabi natin kanina guys, kapag nag-divide tayo ng negative na coefficient, dun lang magre-reverse yung sign. So dahil nag-divide tayo ng negative na coefficient, matitira yung variable x. So from less than or equal, this will become greater than or equal. Then yung 6 divide negative 3 is negative 2. So ito yung magiging sagot natin. 19. Next tayo guys, number 19 na. So let's say meron tayong x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 0. Ang hinahanap naman is discriminant. So, discriminant guys, that is yung nature ng roots, kung ano yung makukuha natin. Hindi tayo magkusolve Bali, ang ginagawa natin is hinahanap lang natin kung ano yung magiging nature of roots or yan. So, kung pares po siya rational, real, equal, unequal, imaginary, mga ganun. So, syempre, yung discriminant, makukuha natin yan sa formula ng quadratic formula, which is yung sa loob ng radical sign, yung b squared minus 4ac. So, plug lang natin. Remember guys, yung ABC natin, dapat naka-equate siya sa 0 muna yung equation natin. Then, yung A, makukuha natin sa coefficient ng x squared, which is yung 1. Yung B naman sa middle term, that is 4. Then, yung C natin is yung constant. Then, in this case, plug na lang natin siya doon. So, sabi nga natin, lalagyan natin ng parenthesis lahat ng variables para kung may negative sign man, hindi ka malilito. So, yung B natin is 4. Yung a natin is 1, yung c natin is 4. Then 4 squared, that is 16. Then negative 4 times 1 times 4, that is negative 16. And 16 minus 16 is 0. Kapag 0 guys ang discriminant, ibig sabihin equal yung roots. Kasi guys, itong x squared plus 4x plus 4 natin, that is perfect squared trinomial. Wherein ang factored form yan is x plus 2 squared binomial, di ba? Wherein, kapag sinimplify natin yon, yung x plus 2 na naka-squared, dalawa yung x plus 2 na naka-squared. So, magiging double root yan na negative 2. Pag 0 yung discriminant. Sabihin dalawang negative 2 or kahit isang negative 2 na lang yung sulat mo kasi parehas lang naman sila. Anyways, ano gets? So, let's say meron tayong 3 plus 2i times 1 minus 4i. Ito naman guys, complex expression. We just need to simplify this like same sa FOIL method. Meron kang 3 pero same lang siya guys. I-treat mo lang as variable yung i. Then, tsaka mo siya i-simplify later kapag meron kang i squared. Anyways, kapag Pinoy method natin tong given natin, that is 3 times 1, that is 3. Then 3 times negative 4i, that is negative 12i. Then yung 2i times 1, that is positive 2i. Then 2i times negative 4i, that is negative 8i squared. So, tinreat lang natin sila as variables, no? Then, combine similar terms. So, meron tayong 12i na negative, then 2i dito. So, pwede natin i-simplify as negative 10i yun. Then, minus 8i squared. So, kapag meron kang i squared, guys, we just need to palitan yung i squared ng negative 1. Bakit negative 1? Kasi nga, yung i natin, guys, that is equal sa square root ng negative 1. So, kung magkakaroon tayo or square natin tong i, both side, makakuha tayo ng i squared. Then, may eliminate yung radical sign. So, matitira is yung negative 1. So, papalitan natin ng negative 1 yung i squared. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 3 minus 10i minus 8. Then, yung i squared is magiging negative 1. So, we just need to simplify this. So, magiging 3 minus 10i. Negative 8 minus 1, that is positive 8. Then, 3 plus 8 constant terms, pwede i-combine. Magkakaroon tayo ng 11 minus 10i. So, ito yung simplified form. So, ganun siya ginagawa. Nagets ba yun? Hindi, iba-iba kasi yung given natin eh. Rumble eh. So, hindi natin ma-topic ng isahan lang yan. Like, hindi katulad kapag complex lang, puro complex. Pero may mga given na ako na ganyan guys. Anyways, number 21. So, let's say meron tayong logarithm of x cubed over y to the base b. And we need to expand this term or this expression. Naka-zone out ako. Ano yun? Ano siyang expanded form niya? Siyempre, mahirapan mag-compute ng ganyan eh. Bakit po hindi negative 10i plus 11? Parehas lang yun guys. Sabi natin, basta tama yung pagkakaintindi mo, tama yan guys. Actually, parehas lang yan eh. Tingnan mo. Yung negative 10i guys, then plus 11, parehas lang siya nito. Kasi napapansin mo, yung negative 10, yung i mo, yan, negative pa rin siya dito, minus eh. O minus pa rin siya dito. Then yung 11 ng positive, so plus pa rin siya. So parehas lang sila. Basta yung paglagay ng operation, dapat di ka nalilito. Hey, thanks for the coins. Well appreciated. Hindi ka pa nabasa. Ay, hindi ko nasabi. Okay lang yan. So, kapag nag-expand naman tayo, guys, properties ng logarithm. So, kailangan, ano pa, expanded. So, kapag divide, nagiging minus yun, no? So, pag-iwalay natin yung terms. So, magkakaroon tayo ng logarithm, yung numerator muna, x cube to the base b. So, dahil over, magiging minus yun. Then, logarithm of y to the base b. Pero meron ka pa dito guys, exponent sa x cube. So, para mababa yun, ilalagay natin yun sa harapan ng itong logarithm of b natin. So, at logarithm of x to the base b. So, parang maging ganito siya. Then, minus logarithm of y to the base b. So, ganun siya ginagawa. So, merong natitirang exponent, ilalagay mo na sa harapan ng logarithm. So, tatandaan kapag divide, nagiging minus. Kapag plus, nagiging times. Times, nagiging plus. Pag may exponent, binababa. Sundan. So, number 22. Think kasya pa. Ba't may 3? Eh, may exponent eh. Ito, bababa mo yun. Hindi mo alam. O, ngayon alam mo na. So, let's say meron tayong p of x equals x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4. And we just need to divide this to x minus 3. So, ano yung remainder natin? So, ano kaya magiging remainder kapag dinivide natin yung x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4 sa x minus 3? So, meron tayong given na p of x equals x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4 divided by x minus 3 and pinapahanap yung remainder. You just need to equate yung x minus 3 sa 0 para ma-plug mo siya sa polynomial natin. So, kapag in-equate natin sa 0 guys, magkakaroon tayo ng x equals 3. So, mentally, kaya natin i-solve yun. Then, itong 3 natin, papalit natin yun doon sa mga variable x. So, magkakaroon ka ng p of 3 equals 3, then naka-cube, minus yung 2 natin. Then, yung x is 3 na naka-squared, plus yung 4. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 3 cube, that is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Then, 3 squared, that is 9, times negative 2 is negative 18. Then, plus 4. So, 27 minus 18 plus 4, ilan kaya yon? So, negative 18 plus 4, that is negative 14. And 27 minus 14, that is 13. So, which means, meron tayong remainder na 13. Ganun siya ginagawa. Ang tawag dito guys is remainder theorem, by the way. Para makuha mo kagad yung remainder, pwede may plug ng ganun. And yun, ganun siya ginagawa. So, meron tayo guys, logarithm number 23. Like, logarithm of x to the base 2 plus logarithm of x minus 3 to the base 2. O, x minus 2 na lang. Equals 3. So, let's say meron tayong logarithm of x to the base 2 plus logarithm of x minus 2 to the base 2 equals 3. So, what is the value of x na masatisfy sa given natin? So, kapag ganito guys yung given, so, katulad kanina, kapag plus, pag kinondense natin tong given, kasi pwede sila, pares sila ng bases. So, is-single logarithm natin. So, kapag plus, yung argument or yung nandito sa parentheses nila, multiply lang natin yon. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x times x minus 2. Then to the base 2 equals 3. So, sa case na to guys, pwede natin to i-distribute yung x tsaka x minus 2. So, magkakaroon tayo ng logarithm ng x squared minus 2x to the base 2 then equals 3. So, ngayon papasok na to sa exponential. So, para gawin yun guys, itong base, kakopy mo lang. Yun sa labas na term, gagawin mo siyang exponent. Then yung argument, so yung magiging equals, then argument na. Then kapag quadratic naman, yung given, lahat ng term ililipat mo sa isang side, then equate mo sa 0. So yung 2 cubed, that is 8. Then magkakaroon tayo ng x squared minus 2x. Then lipat lang natin sa right side yung 8, so equals 0. Then magkakaroon tayo ng minus 8. So ito naman is quadratic, factorable. So lagay natin as, anong factored form niya? That is x minus 4 at x plus 2. Kasi negative 4 times positive 2, that is negative 8. Negative 4 plus 2, which is negative 2. So, sana clear. Then, mentally, we can solve this as 4 at saka negative 2. So, sa logarithmic, guys, same sa radical. Na kapag even yung exponent, bawal may negative. Kasi magiging extraneous root. Or basta hindi siya naging equal sign. Equals sa left side tsaka right sa pag pinlag mo yung given. So, let's say pinlag natin yung 4 dito. Positive tong x natin. So, yung argument is positive. So, that's correct. So, 4 minus 2 magiging 2 pa rin, which is positive. That's correct. So, ibig sabihin, solution tong 4. Then, kapag nag-plug tayo ng negative 2 sa given, so, pag negative, yung argument that is hindi undefined, extraneous root siya ibig sabihin. So, ito lang yung final answer. So, let's say meron tayong pinapahanap na a sub 10. Then, yung given yung a sub 1, which is 5. And yung common difference natin is negative 3. So, ano yung magiging sagot natin? Yan. Ang gagawin lang is formula ng arithmetic. So, ano ba yung formula? So, matatandaan yung formula ng arithmetic sequence is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times yung common difference. Then, plug mo na yung data. So, meron tayong a sub 10. Yung a sub 1 is 5. Then, yung n natin is 10. Then, minus 1. Bakit 10? Kasi yung n natin dito, guys, is 10. Then, yung common difference natin is negative 3. So, magkakaroon ka ng 5 plus 9. Then, negative 3. Remember, kung meron kang plus, tsaka times, ang inuuna is times base sa PEMDAS. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 dito. Then, positive 9 times negative 3, that is negative 27. And 5 minus 27, that is negative 22. So, integers, dapat ikaw ay marunong. Yun, kasi fundamentals lang lagi yan, guys. Mostly, babalik at babalik ka dun eh. So, number 25. So, let's say meron tayong I raised to 22. So, pag sinimplify natin to guys, ano naman kakalabasan? Diba yung sa I natin, that is square root of negative 1. Then, kapag I squared, that is negative 1. Kapag I cube, anong sagot? That is, anong sagot kapag I cube? So, meron tayong I cube. So, di ba kung yung I natin sa I squared, mag-multiply tayo ng I. So, negative 1 times I, that is negative I. Then, kapag nag-I raised to 4 tayo dito, guys. So, kapag nag-multiply ka dito ng I, ulit sa negative I times I, magiging negative I squared. Where ng I squared natin is negative 1, ay siya magiging 1. Alam ko, hindi yun naiintindihan eh. Diba? Paliwanag ulit natin. So, galing sa I cube, which is negative I, para makuha natin yung I raised to 4, mag-multiply tayo ng I ulit. Where yung negative I times I, that is magiging negative I squared. Wherein ng I squared natin is negative 1. So, meron kang negative sign times yung negative 1 natin at yung negative times negative is positive. So, magiging 1 yung I raised to 4. Siya ginagawa. So, remember, pag nag-I raised to 5 ka, babalik ka na lang dito sa I. Kasi 1 times I is I. So, magre-repeat na lang yung cycle. So, para makuha natin yung sagot sa I raised to 22, meron tayong I raised to 22. Di-divide lang natin yung coefficient by 4. Then, yung matitira, pwede mo nang hanapin dito. So, kunyari, dinivide natin yung 22 by 4. Makakuha tayo ng 5, then 20. So, may remainder ka na 2. So, dahil may remainder ka na 2 doon, ano ba yung I squared mo? That is negative 1. So, may negative 1 yung sagot. Pwede yung ganitong process or pwede mag-isip ka rin ng ibang way. Pwede naman yun eh. Like yung ginawa ni nila. Basta marunong ka ng rules ng exponent. Pero pwede rin yung ganito. Nasa iyo kung anong trip mo. Kung anong trip mo na solution. Ako na. Tok na ako. Busin ko lang to. So, 3 raised to x plus 1 equals 27. So, ito madali lang. Ano yan? Mentally, kaya natin to guys. So, kapag exponential equation, kailangan lang natin i-equate or parehas yung bases ng left side sa right side. Then, equate na lang natin yung exponent. So, ang 3 cubed, that is 27. So, magkakaroon ka ng x plus 1 equals 3. So, 3 yung exponent dito. Dito, x plus 1, equate na lang. Then, x equals 3 minus 1, magiging 2. So, ganito siya ginagawa.